So I'm representing Solvay Brussels School from ULB, but also University of Alicante. My name is Magdalena Malz, and probably we've seen each other a couple of weeks ago and during the videos. So today we've got some time for better interaction. As you've seen, this part of the module will be dedicated mainly to your feedback, to your situation at your home university concerning different topics. As you've seen, we gave you a lot of choice so that you choose the subject that suits you well. Of course, if you decide to talk about different aspects, it's also okay. I've seen some presentations already uploaded to our SharePoint that were extremely interesting. So I'm very curious to hear more about it and get some inspiration from your institution. Just to quickly recap the agenda for today, we will start with a very short recap of the module, so the subject that we've described, and then we will go directly to your presentations. I've seen only 4 or 3 presentations uploaded. I don't know if anyone else will add another one, but we will check it just in a moment. So the length of presentations were 10 minutes, but of course with smaller groups we can also permit ourselves to go a little bit farther. Then we will talk very shortly about chances and challenges in the age of digital education. Here I would like to analyze your answers to the questions that were provided in our module that were also extremely interesting, and I think it deserves the publication and short feedback as well. To have a resume out of all of the answers. And also we would like to finish this webinar with some take-home messages, but these take-home messages will be yours. So if you please already can think about ideas that you take with you from this module, we will gather your opinions at the end. So think about ideas that are left with you, some inspirations maybe, or some maybe advices that should be applied when contributing to the digitalization of higher education. So let's start with a short recap of the module. As you've seen, we got 4 subjects. First of all, generative artificial intelligence, a very, very important topic, and also about inspiration, but as well setbacks. So the consciousness of the risks that these systems also bring with themselves. So we got some introduction on theory, but also already some talk about practical impact of AI in teaching practice. Then we talked about innovative practices in higher education. So we learned about some different learning spaces, innovative learning spaces, but also here you expressed your opinion, what blocks higher education institutions to actually innovate those spaces. So these insights were very, very interesting. We will talk about it later on. And then the second one, so survey on innovative teaching practices. That was a talk about data analysis, actually. We already know that this field becomes more and more important, and data is the gold nowadays. And we also need to know how to gather it properly to have some conclusions that actually are valuable. We got a module about e-learning principles. So these 2 last were already some concrete examples with concrete ideas on how to improve actually delivering of online content. This is a very, very broad subject, as you've seen. These were only some simple ideas that make the fundament of that, but it could be developed in much, much broader aspects. So here it is. I hope you already think about some take-home messages that you could withdraw from these ideas. And in this way, that will probably stick with you a bit longer and also inspire others. Let's talk right now about your home institutions. So I will stop sharing my screen. I hope that the participants also can share the screens. Jean-Baptiste, you correct me if it's not the case. But yes?
Sorry, yeah, everybody can share the screen.
Okay, perfect. That's a good news then. So I propose to follow the order of institutions that was proposed in the file on the SharePoint. I'm not sure how to pronounce them, of course, so please excuse me if I do it wrongly. But do we have anyone from the first institution that is NEU CFVG?
All right, so I think I hope that everyone see my screen already, right?
Perfect.
Yeah. All right, so I will start my assignment, right? So I will spend 10 minutes to present to you about a case of AI practical use of AI in our university, and it's very recent. So my just a minute, where should I click it? Here we go. So my presentation will consist of those things about, as you see on the screen. The first about a brief introduction about our digital transformation at our university, and introduce some commonly used digital tools at our university, and then how we can use the notebook LM and AI tools from Google for academic use in our university. And then I'm gonna talk about the training and support that university provide to the lecturers, to the faculty, and to the students, and some impact and outcomes when we use the notebook LM. And the last one, regarding some challenge and lessons that we learned from using the notebook LM. All right. So first, about our digital transformations. So we are in our strategy planning. We say that we want to become the first smart university in Vietnam. So we have embraced the digital transformation in the last 5 years, not only in teaching and education, but also in administration. And for this presentation, I would like to introduce one tool that we used recently, last month, and from now on. A lot of lecturers will use this one. A notebook LM, I think most of you already heard about this one. A Google AI power and kind of chat similar to ChatGPT, but it focuses on the more on the research, more on academic, and it can limit the source of information to only the lectures that we provide. So this the next one will be a graph about our vision for our smart university for now and for the futures in maybe next 5 or 10 years. So as you can see on the screen, the digital transformation will happen in every aspect of our university, from smart building, smart service, to some core business like a smart library or e-learning and smart class. And for the own management services, we use the ERP, university ERP resource planning. So that's the diagram that you can see, the major component of our smart university that we are building, and hopefully will complete it in next 5 years. Okay, now let's come to the most commonly used digital tool at our university. As you can see on the screen here, that I think as most of our university in Vietnam, we use LMS for course management assessment and for student interaction in the lectures, and most of us using Moodle-based LMS. And the second one, we are I think maybe the first one in Vietnam who bought the Turnitin account for more than 10,000 accounts for every student and lecturers to use to check the plagiarism. And with that one, then every time when students submit the assignment or the final dissertation, it has to come through the Turnitin system. And I think the next one also very popular, the Team and Zoom for collaboration and remote learning. Because we also bought the Microsoft 365, we got some access to the Bing Copilot. And for ChatGPT, we now mostly use the free version, and we have some training for students and lecturers to use the ChatGPT. And as you can see, one of the tools I will introduce today is Notebook LM. Right, let's go to the next one. So this is how we use the Notebook LM. We use it to upload on the textbook for each subject. Maybe beside textbook, we can upload the lecture slides or other academic policy document, some laws, some legal document from the government that related to the subject, to the topics. And from those sorts of document, then lecturers can generate the question banks. The own MCQs here, they can generate a lot of questions for us in, I think, in seconds, maybe 10 seconds or even faster. But of course, we will have to reread and then recheck on the question and the answer that Notebook LM has suggested. So that's how we use it, and every lecturers, when they know about this one, they save a lot of time in creating the questions for students. So to bring it into practice, we provide some training and support to the faculty. Recently, we have organized a 2-day training for more than 150 faculty. And in next 5 weeks, we will provide this training for every lecturers in our university, because next month, May and June, is the summertime in our university. So they all can go to to this training. And after introduction, because of 2-day training, not only Notebook LM, we also introduce other tools, other AI tools for lecturers, for faculty. But we got like one section, like 2 or 3 hours training on Notebook LM, where they can learn how to use the Notebook LM to generate the questions, and they can practice, and we will give them the support. And after the class, we also have a dedicated department, that's Center for Applied IT. That's where I work at. That support them if they need any more support. And also they got the peer mentor network for faculty to faculty, because some young faculty, they are very good at this one. So that's the training and support that we provide. And I think with those support, we think that we can reduce the time in creating the quiz bank like 60% faster. I think so. And most of our faculty report that they reduce the question create time from 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks to 3 days. Much more faster, And because of we have a lot of more question to put on LMS now, the student will have to engage more after every lecture. Then they will have to go to the quiz, or they have to start to answer the open-ended questions. And one thing that after using the LMS and the notebook LM, our faculty they request that maybe in the future the university will integrate the AI generated quizzes into LMS, so they don't have to go to notebook LM separate to generate the question bank, and then they have to import the question bank from notebook LM into LMS. They would like to have it integrated deeply into the LMS too. So we are thinking about it, and hopefully we can do it by the end of this year. That integrated the AI function into our LMS. So this is some challenge and lesson that we have learned for the past few weeks when we implement the class and the notebook LM system. At first, I think most of people think that maybe the question generated from the notebook might not be true, because when they're using your ChatGPT, they see something that might not be right, but different from ChatGPT, the notebook LM, they only get the information from the source that we imported. We can limit to the which source of information that we would like them to extract from, to make the question from. So after the demonstration, they all see that the quality of the question is very good, so they start to using it. And of course, as I said before, even though because most of our textbook in Vietnamese, sometimes the quality of the question is not very good, so the faculty still have to review it and change maybe some words, some phrase to make it more clearer for the student. So that's the challenge and lesson that we learned from the practical use of AI in our university. And in here, I introduced the notebook LM. I think it's a very popular one, and the reason we choose notebook LM because it is free now. It's still free, and with one book, like one collection, we can upload free up until I think 50 source of document into one book, into one one collection. So that's, I think, more than enough for one subject. I think so. So that's all for my presentation today. I do hope that some of my colleagues, they are still in the meeting. They can provide some more information if they would like to, and then I'm happy to be here to answer any more questions and sharing any more anything that you would like to ask. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Very interesting presentation. Also, LMS, I've heard that Notebook LM, they also make it possible to create podcasts, right, from the content. So basically, students can upload the long documents, and out of the sudden, they hear the podcast that is perfectly understandable.
Yes,
yeah. So that's also like very, very. I remember I was very impressed by that function. I would just have one question. So many inspirations from you. You mentioned the hands-on workshop where you train teachers to actually use this tool. Could you say just a few words? How does it look like? How do the teachers are trained in classrooms? How do you provide instructions for this part? And how do they actually, do they work on some examples or just discover the tool in general?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think maybe 1 week before the class start, we will upload all the instruction and documents into LMS. So the lecturers, actually they are students now. They are students for the class of training. So they will read the document first, and when they come to class, it's the offline class. Every lecture, they will study it at the hands-on session will be at our computer lab. So the lecturers, the faculty will use a computer to practice, or they can bring their own their own laptop, because on their laptop they have the document. They got the like textbook, yes, in a PDF version, in a PDF form, so they can upload it to practice generating the question. Yes, of course, we only use like 45 minutes to introduce and how to do it, and then they can spend like 2 hours to practice. We will give them some some tasks to do, and then they in group, maybe we divide in group, and then each group they will present the result that they already generate the question that they get it from the notebook. Yes, and because it can it's also that because the textbook, if we can extract the textbook into different chapter, then the notebook LM can help us to generate the question for each chapter, and also it can generate the question for maybe the combination of chapter 1 and chapter 2, or chapter 1 and chapter 5, depend on the form that we instruct the notebook LM to do.
Thank you very much. I think the practical part is very, very important, and it is not only the theoretical part we need to deliver, but also we have to support the teachers in the change. So how to feel comfortable with the unknown. So I think this practical part of 2 hours is actually a very good idea. Yeah, thanks a lot for your inspirations. We will pass now to the second institution, and this is the institution International School.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, perfect.
Yes, I'm sorry, my camera is broken, so I could not open it. Today, I would like to share with you how T University is using artificial intelligence. T University, TNU have made an important decision. AI will be part of our digital transformation program. However, we understand that AI can be difficult to use correctly. Therefore, some teacher, lecturer, and officer limit students from using AI until they are trained properly. To support this process, TNU has organized several workshops for students, lecturers, and officers to learn how to use AI safely and effectively. For example, we held a workshop called Using Canva and Other Applications in Multimedia Communication and Teaching Support. We also organized a workshop about using AI in research and learning for students. In addition, our lecturer have created a Zalo group. Zalo is a popular messaging application in Vietnam, where we share ideas and experiences about using AI across university activities. At TNU, AI is now used in many ways. Students use AI to support their homework and projects. Teacher, lecturer, and officers use AI to create teaching material, make classes more engaging, and detect cheating. Moreover, we also apply AI when planning lessons, preparing exams, and improving evaluate methods. Regarding AI tools, in TNU, we explore many options. For teaching, we are using ChatGPT, uPresenter, Turnitin, Articulate AI Assistant, Grayscope, Magic School AI, Canva, and more. Meanwhile, for learning, students benefit from tools such as Chemical, Gemini, Script, AI Proofreader, Explain Paper, and Canva, and others. Let me continue with a simple example of how a lecturer can use AI tool to create a lesson and assignment. The process has 4 main steps. The first step is preparation. The lecturer starts by setting the objectives and learning outcome for the lesson. This is very important because it gives clear goals for what students should achieve after the class. The step 2 is lecture content. The lecturer uses ChatGPT to help generate the lecture content. The content can be saved in popular file formats, used in Microsoft Word or in PPT, in a PowerPoint, make it easier to edit and share later. Next step, the third step is making presentation. The lecturer can use your presenter AI to design a more engaging presentation. They can also edit the slide and add more media. For example, we can use Flex Clip to create video or animations, making the lecture more interesting for the student. And the last step is making the assignment. The lecturer can use ChatGPT again to help create questions for assignment or tests. This saves time and ensures that the question must match the lesson objective. And by providing precise prompt, AI can produce more useful educational material. So as we can see, by using AI tool, lecturer can save time, create better teaching material, improve both the learning and assessment process for students. Of course, there are still some challenges. One challenge is about people. Many staff and students still have limited understanding of AI, lack skill, or feel hesitant to change. Another challenge is about technology. AI tools are not fully integrated with the existing system yet. Finally, we face ethical concerns such as protecting data privacy, ensuring fairness, and avoiding bias, especially for ethnic minority groups. To guide AI use properly, TNU follow these important regulations. Nationally, we follow the document 557 issued by the Ministry of Science and Technology in March 2025. This gives the rules for civil servants and university staff when using AI chatbots. Internationally, we refer to the UNESCO recommendation on the ethics of artificial intelligence, which help protect human rights and promote fair, safe AI development. Looking ahead, TNU had planned to make some workshops, some events. In May 2025, we will hold a workshop called Using AI in Education, Ethics and Moral Issues for all the staff and the lecturers and teachers. We also introduce a new subject about AI and its application for all the new students. And in June and October in 2025, TNU will organize AI training workshops for businesses, for institutions, and external partners. That is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for your listening.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Many ideas as well. Here we've got also some ideas that were mentioned in the previous presentation, exactly in this slide, that AI also can permit to join the learning objectives with assessment. That I think is something we haven't analyzed before, but indeed we all know that the assessment is not always perfect at the higher education. So this is also the way how the AI can actually help us to catch this gap. And as well, as you've mentioned, that was interesting to provide AI education for all the students. And I think this is also another subject, how we teach teachers, but of course, then we have so many people part of that to train. So a big challenge for everyone. Thank you very much. And now we will go to the CTU that is already on, I think.
Yes, I'm here.
The floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Lam Nhật Khang, and I'm from Kinter University. So today I would like to present our work on practical of digital tools in the Kinter University. So we will present the common tools used by all learners, lecturers, and staff at the university, and then the tools we use at the College of Information and Communication Technology, and finally, we will discuss about the AI and the problem when we use the AI in education. So first, the integrated management system is the most widely used at Kinter University. It's providing functions for students, lecturers, and staff. Students can use this system to plan their studies, register for courses, manage the academic progress, and apply for graduation when they meet the necessary requirements. The lecturers also can perform academic advising activities such as managing students' information, monitoring students' academic progress, checking accumulated credits, and so on. Additionally, we can view the teaching schedules, upload the students' scores to the system, and manage the workload. The system also provides the functions for gathering online feedbacks from the stakeholder, thereby informing continuous improvement in teaching and service quality. Because the integrated management system is primarily developed on the web platform, so to enhance the user support, we built a mobile application named MyCTU, which provides functions similar to the integrated management system. But interestingly is our students have expressed their appreciation for this application because it provides immediately notification when the lecturers submit the scores to the system. And then most of the lecturers and the staff also benefit from the application's ability to quickly notify them about work schedules or work plans. And for sure, we also use the CTU e-learning based on the Moodle platform. Similar to other LMS platform, we can use it to deploy the courses, distribute the learning materials, assign homework, organize exams, write exams, and so on. And this is an example of my last semester for the computer network class of the IT high quality program. So in here, the lecturers can provide details about the information of the course, the study materials, software toolkits used, and announcements. We also can set up the deadlines or the cut-up times for the homework. In my opinion, I and my lecturers, the lecturers in our college love this CTU e-learning a lot because the way when we organize the exam, creating everything so quickly, the students receive a unique collection of the questions and they can see the score immediately after the exam. And the exam is conducted securely besides using the password. We should thank to the self-exam browser function, the access restriction feature based on the network address. So how do educators and the students receive the training and support to these tools? Our university usually organize the training courses. For example, in here on the left-hand side, you see something regarding to the class on design and build the online classroom LMS space. Or if they wanted to check for the information immediately, they can go to the CTU help desk. input the query, and then they have the result. And then is the e-office system, which is enable the electronic management of the official documents, incorporating digital signatures to streamline workflow and enhance administrative transparency. The system reduces the time to complete the paperwork. For example, before using this system, if I wanted to finish the document to attend, let's say, the conference, I had to print out all of the documents and personally visit the relevant unit to collect the signatures. But right now, I only need to have the signature from the head of the department and then upload everything on the system. Wait until the final result comes back. I do not need to go anywhere, just stay and at my office and upload everything. Wait until we have the result. And because my college is about the IT, and due to the large number of students, we developed the system to support the learners in registering for printing transcript or registering for all kinds of applications, let's say the documents about the status as the students of the college. So after registering, the user simply come to the office the following day and pick up all of the documents. Because the college has a large number of computer rooms, so we also built the support center to be able to quickly support teaching, learning, and research activities. After log into the system, the users can create the e-ticket, report the problem, and then the designated unit will receive the information and quickly handle everything. And the most important thing in our college is the ELS programming system, because we use it for teaching programming. For example, you can use this one to let the students study about C or the Python language. And instead of having to write the code manually, the system allows automatic grading of the programs based on the providing test case. So we love this system. How about the AI? AI is used to build a lot of applications to serve human needs, and these are the top 50 AI agents. In my opinion, the most famous AI product is ChatGPT. The chatbot, including ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, and so on, have rapidly gained attention for its potential applications in many fields, for example, marketing, agriculture, communications, and for sure in education. Most of us, we already at least one time use a chatbot. Is that correct? I believe that. But the problem here is when we use AI in education, AI provides the lecturers, students, and the staff to powerful tools in education. However, advantages and the limitations need to be considered. For example, we must say the advantage of using AI is that it seems to make things simpler and we can solve the problem faster. However, the problem with the AI should be the output of the AI system may not be accurate. The users may depend on technology or based on the best of our knowledge. Many AI systems, including ChatGPT, have not released any documents regarding how they collect and store the data. So as a result, it is unlikely to receive any kind of data security certifications. Since users face challenges when using the AI, I really love the quote from Dr. Lee. There is nothing artificial about artificial intelligence. It is made by people, used by people, and needs to be governed by people. But so how can we do it? How can we manage everything? We need to establish the formal guidance on AI. For example, right now, maybe the teacher, the students can use the AI for spelling correction, grammar check, but how can we claim about that? We need to be clear everything. How can we write the declaration about the use of AI and so on? We need to something. So in conclusion, Our university has been developed various systems to support the university activities. The tools play the crucial role in enhancing learning, teaching, official tasks, and so on. But during the initial deployment of these tools, challenges often arise. For example, the user being unfamiliar with the tools or the implementation process, lacking of user-friendliness, and so on. And then, in order to use the AI in education, we need a formal guidance. When we have the formal guidance already, based on that, we can improve the system by integrating the digital tools, the new technologies, and AI function, and so on. So this is all of my presentation. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Congratulations for your presentation. Many ideas as well here. I would maybe have one question. You mentioned different digital tools that you use at your university. Can you also explain how you guide your teachers and university staff on the digital tools, AI, but not only? Do you provide any trainings for them?
Yeah, thank you for your question. Usually, as you see, we have some announcement. We organize the training class from the university. So we send the announcement. We organize this class up to the college or the department, and then based on the requirement from the department, the lecturers the students can register to attend the class. Or we also can organize the workshop to let people know about you can use this, you can use that one. However, right now we need the formal guidance. So based on that, we do know what we should do so far. Because, for example, even though when you say you use ChatGPT or you use Qbot or PaperPoint for correcting the translation or writing something, but how can you declare it in your lecture? We don't know about that. We need something to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree fully with you. The guidance are important on different level, on international, national, institutional level, so that teachers, the students actually can also trust these tools, right? So to have them in a way certified, because the trust is not yet built. We have many concerns, and indeed, thank you for bringing this question to the table. There is one question, great idea. What is the acceptable level of AI involvement in someone's work? I think this is the question for you.
As I mentioned, we need something to say about the acceptable level. Right now, we not yet have anything, something like that way. So this is the thing we need to discuss about it, I guess. And in the future, hopefully we have something, the policies or the rules to support using the AI in the class or not.
Yeah. Again, exactly. The level of guidance should be also the explanation, the answer for this question. I think we do not have the answer yet, and this is a very good question, and it's good also to have it in mind. Thank you very much for your presentation. Before going to the next one, I haven't seen the question for TNU group. So if you could briefly relate to that, how to regulate AI use in students, what happens when students use AI before being trained, what were students trained in order to properly use AI in their work, for instance, in their assignment. I don't know if we still have some representatives from TNU group. No, not yet. We can maybe go back to it later, but very, very good question. Yeah, we talk about teachers mainly here, but we have different approaches, right, to how to train students. Shall we give them one compulsory course for everyone? This is also very difficult to organize on the university level. Or to use AI elements in every course in more transversal way, but indeed it is a challenge. We've got someone, go ahead.
I'm from TNUs, and I'm happy to answer the question of that. It's just like I have to say right now we are just on the process of training AI at the subjects, at the mandatory subjects in all the curriculum for all the university, but it's just like introduction to AI. So, and it's just around, I think around 30 hours for maximums. So I guess it's just like the one from CTU zone just mentioned, because right now we do not have kind of a really clear guides on what the student can do in the class and how much AI is acceptable, and a lot of questions like that. For us, I think training student with AI is just like to equip them with what is the sensible use of AI in your classroom, what are the moral values with that, what should you do to avoid plagiarisms or things like that. And together with the students, while we are waiting for guidelines and also guidance, I think teachers also need to be very careful with their assessment, how they deliver, how they ask their student to do something. For example, many of my colleagues right now opt to oral assessment. That means they do not allow the student to write. And also with essays or with assignment that just require the student to go to ChatGPT, for example, and generate the answer, maybe we should avoid it. And we also can, in one of my classes, I allow the student to use ChatGPT to complete their assignments, and then just reflect on the answer by ChatGPT. It's just like let them present on what they find interesting about AI answer and what can be supported on that, what can be worked on that to make it more effective. So I guess right now, not just only the student, but also the teacher, we need to work on it. So hopefully you are happy with that. Lynn, right, from NTU. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this very insightful answer. Indeed, we talk about students, but first we've got as well teachers, because teachers also spread the word to their students, so they must be trained on the first place. And as well, we also, you provided very interesting example of how to not to avoid the AI subject and actually include it in the lesson plan and force the students or invite them to critically see the AI outputs. This is the way how we can actually have the impact on that and direct training with every teacher. So this is definitely the next urgent step that institutions need to approach. Thank you very much. We can now go to the next presentation, UTE UDN.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Malz. I'm a lecturer in Mechanical Engineering Department at the University of Technology and Education, UTE. In the talk today, I would like to share with you some insight on the implementation of digital transformation at UTE. To begin, I would like to report on the situation of digital transformation in Vietnam. Recognizing its importance, the Ministry of Education and Training has developed the project Strengthening IT and Digital Transformation in Education Sector for the period from 2022 to 2025, and with the vision to 2030. And the specific goal for this plan for 2025 is that the project ensures that the minimum of 50% of qualified students and teachers participate in online teaching and learning activity, guarantee 100% of the educational institution apply the school administration system based on data and digital technology. And the last one, this plan aims to ensure that at least 80% of facilities, equipment, and other resources for education, training, and research are managed via digital record. And as an engineering-focused university, UT cannot remain outside the trend of digital transformation. That's why we are implementing digital education strategy to modernize engineering teaching and enhance student engagement. And our approach focus on three key areas. The first one concerning bridging the gap between theory and practice. And we want to increase also the accessibility and flexibility through online and hybrid learning options. And the last one concerning the developing of digital competence. We want to equip students with essential digital skills to succeed in the modern engineering industry. And let me give you a brief background of UTE. We all began in 1962 with the establishment of Da Nang Technical School. After several transformations, and it finally became University of Technology and Education in 2017, focusing on engineering and technological education. And now UTE offers a range of training fields. In terms of academic program, we have a 21 bachelor program and 3 master program. Currently, we have a staff of 260 and around 6,500 students. And UTE now has developed strong engineering program with a primary focus on traditional pedagogy. However, before implementing digital education transformation, we have also some challenges. For example, in our university, we lack up a lot of digital infrastructure. And another challenge concerning the gap in student industry readiness. And the last one is some teacher or some student have not familiar with the digital tool. And to facilitate the digital transformation, we have issued the promulgation that outline the digital transformation plan for UTE. And now we want to share with you some achievement of, from our implementation phase. We have made infrastructure investment to enhance digital learning, including high-speed internet, the server, and advanced cybersecurity. We have used for online learning. For online learning, we rely on 2 essential platforms: the Moodle-based LMS and Microsoft Teams. The platform streamlines course management, facilitate content sharing, and promotes interactive learning experience. And we have implemented a document and administration management system to streamline paperwork and official processes. Additionally, our training system, our management system facilitates academic planning, student record management, and training program coordination. On the left, you can see the scientific management system, which facilitates the organization and tracking of research activity, publication, and academic profile. On the right, we have the classification and evaluation management system for staff, which enable efficient management for staff performance assessment. In our university, we have implemented the digital library, which is a part of the University of Da Nang Academic Library Network. This platform provides access to a vast collection and academic resources, including books, research papers, and digital publication. In terms of personal income, we have also the personal income lookup system, which allow the faculty and staff to check their personal income, the tax information. This system provides a transparent and efficient way to manage tax calculation. As a part of our digital system effort, we have implemented a unified data management system to centralize reports and evaluation. This system integrates document management, administrative processing, and evaluation tracking into a single platform, ensuring data consistency and accessibility. Faculty and staff can manage official documents, review report, and generate evaluation. For blended learning adoption in our university, we use combined online and in-class methods, offering, we can see a Microsoft Teams interface with a range of functions designed to support online teaching and hybrid learning environment. The training program equips lecturers with essential skills and digital tools and e-learning platform to enhance teaching quality. In our university, we organize frequently some seminar or some courses to train students or teachers to use the digital tool or e-learning platform. We have also proposed some AI course, and we also concentrate on the cloud computing, managing learning content with Google Workspace. And after 3 years of implementing the plan, we got some important results. We achieved a 100% faculty adoption rate of learning management system. We also transitioned all learning support service to fully online platform. And 100% of students have access to digital learning resources. And thanks to this program, our students can practice technical skill using the simulation tool and virtual tool. And now let's look some challenge and solution we encountered during the implementation of this plan. First, we face with the technical limitation concerning the lack of bandwidth control or the limit access to the device. Additionally, there were resistance from faculty and students to adopt the new technology. Another major hurdle was the high cost of developing content, particularly due to the software license fee. To address the challenge, we implemented some key solutions. We established the partnership with the leading tech firms such as the Cisco, Microsoft, and Dassault System to gain access to technology and expertise. We also secure the government grant to improve our digital infrastructure. And then finally, we take advantage of some international funding opportunity like Erasmus Plus project to support both infrastructure development and the adoption of the new methodology. And to conclude, I would like to highlight some significant achievement of digital education in our university. First, the digital education has modernized our teaching methods. The second, this plan has led to improved student outcome, help the learner achieve better results. And finally, it has prepared our graduates to meet the demand of Industry 4.0, equipping them with the skill needed for the future work. However, we aim to achieve even greater results in our digital education efforts. That's why we are here to learn from you, from the Vietnamese partner and European partner in the DAI project. Thank you for your listening. If you have any question, please feel free to ask.
Thanks so much for your presentation, especially the conclusion of invitation to collaboration. Indeed, in these times of challenges and changes, that makes things much easier. A lot of ideas and very rich presentation. Thank you very much. I won't maybe ask questions because we still have 6 presentations and less than 60 minutes. But thank you very much. And let's go to UEL.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Tracy from the University of Economics and Law. And with me today, let me introduce Mr. Hinh, is head of Department of Cooperation and Development. Mr. Phu, head of Quality Assurance Department, and Mr. Quang, head of IT Department. And I will present the topic today. We will mention about enhancing teaching and training methods, as well as innovating management process. We choose the topic number 4. Yes, and we can share the general with 3 main ideas on how we can use the digital tool for enhancing teaching activities, training methods, as well as the management process in our university. So you can see it here. Let me show this. So we have that is the first one. We will focusing on the overview of the digital transformation in the university. We focusing on enhancing overall efficiency and flexibility in the university in different areas, especially focusing on the teaching activity, on the assessment, as well as on the management. And for in detail, we can share here with you the firstly application of the digital tool in teaching. We're focusing on online learning integration. Firstly, we focusing on alternative for plagiarism prevention. Alternatively, we have a connection with the AI, so we can check the AI.
Sorry to interrupt. There was a question to put it in presentation mode.
Mr. Chan, you have a question? All right.
We can't see it in presentation. We just see the presentation. Let me see each screen.
You can see my screen. You can see the screen, is it?
Yes, we can see your screen. It's just not in presentation mode, and there was a question from someone too.
Okay.
If possible. If not, we continue like this. Thank you.
So let me continue, okay? Yeah. So we have an alternative for AI checking with the plagiarism prevention, and we have an interactive activity with the X5P because our university have the intention to have apply the MOOC in our university teaching method. So we try to have the video classes in that we have a more interactive activity. If the student can study everywhere they want and every time they need, especially the course will be designed with more activity. They just not boring look in the screen and learning, but they have a more activity with X5P during the time they have the class online. They have a class by themselves. And besides that, we have the online learning via Zoom and Google Meet, because as we know that we have a 30% of the whole academic the course semester will be conducted in online. So Zoom and Google Meet will be used frequently in our university for that purposes. As well, based on that, we can utilize the hybrid class for conducting more semester per year. in our university that can save a lot of the time for the students, and they can have the shorter time to study in the university and graduate earlier than scheduled. Next one, we have the application in teaching. As I mentioned before, we have an implementation of blended learning and the MOOC on Moodle LMS. Especially our university this year in 2024, we achieved 14 MOOC courses that conducted with 1,000 recorded lecture videos. You can see on the screen here. The professor have been trained for make the record as well the supporting from the university. So we have more than 1,000 recorded video classes. So the students, if they cannot participate in the class, they can study later on by themselves and with more time, and they can stop and have a more interactive activity with the classes that way. The next one we have focusing here. So related to the blended learning MOOC and Moodle LMS. This year, on the first semester, this academic year, we have we have 3 faculty participating in the MOOC with a total 7 courses, and we have 26 lecturers. But in the second semester, we have more participating of the faculty. We have 5 faculty in the university conducted with the MOOC classes, and we have 10 courses, especially with the 18 lecturers participating in this program. That is the first one. We applying the digital tool for the teaching activity, and as well, you know that adopting AI in the university is now becoming very popular, and we have 2 workshops for faculty training with the course content creation and digital learning planning that using with the integration for building digital selection on LMS to improve the faculty competency. We have support them how to have the lesson plan, design the lesson plan with more active with more activity, and with support from ChatGPT, Germany, Grammar, Notebook LM, and we will have more activities as well, more workshops to support not only the lecturer but the students can utilize those AI tools to support their learning and research activity in the university. Besides conducting the classes, we handle using the digital tool for the end of course assessment. So this year we have organizing 297 exams, especially organizing multiple choice essay on laptop. We in our computer lab, as we conducted over the last 3 semesters, and this way of conducting the end of course assessment can save a lot of time and a lot of effort from the university, because the student will have the result immediately later on, and we can utilize a lot of the digital tool to support our quality on testing quality assurance in the university by this way. And we have a very good feedback from the students after the kind of end of course assessment this way. Yeah, and we also have the application of Safe Exam Browser, which we mentioned about minimizing cheating, ensuring transparency in the examination, and we improve examination organization that allows students to receive score faster. As well, we have a lot of training programs for the lecturer, the staff in the university who join in this kind of the end course assessment by this kind of program. And that is we finished with the application in the teaching, in the organizing the class, as well as the end of course assessment. And we move the next one to the application of the digital tool for the administrative management. Especially our university conducted the 80% of activity on our electronic office that we have been used in 2023 with more than 6,000 administrative documents filed digitally. Yeah, so that is we reduce a lot of paperwork. We increase the efficiency in the operational activity. and we have a more interaction different, because before we have a lot of difficulty in like communicating or give a lot of paper in to get signature from different offices in the university. Now we can work smoothly between department and department in the university by using the electronic office. And besides digitalize the document with the electronic signatures, we also use the electronic office for online task assignment, meeting schedule, and we also have an internal new update, digital document management. So those supporting from the electronic office can support our manager can work everywhere and with the most convenient time during the working hours. And we can have a more responsive and better communication between the staff and the manager and from different departments of the university. So we have a high appreciation on our electronic office in our university. And that is, we have just finished with the more presenting on the teaching, learning, as well as the administrative management in our university with support from digital. Now we move to the future direction on the AI application. So as our university focusing on how to centralize, how to make the student become decentralized, and we base on the student strengths and weaknesses to try to accommodate the programs that fix their strengths and support them to have a very good certain pathway. So we will use our purposes for future direction of AI application to try to personalize learning activities in our university. So each student will provide it with a customized learning plan, and we have the capstone so the student can have a better communication, have a direct answer for their problem, and so they can have a more cost assistance that's related to syllabus, academic performance, as well as the learning notification in the university. And as well, we can have the more internal virtual assistant that facilitate the students to have a good process efficiency that they can accommodate well with their learning, their personalized and their learning schedule. So our university trying to accommodate more AI application in the future to support our students with the lecturer will become the person who supports the student with their own personalized schedule. And our university now implementing with the chatbot support for admission activity and with less communication with different departments of the university. So the student only need one way to get their services. So that is why our expectation in the future for that kind of applying AI. And the last one, the lesson learned as well. We have a suggestion in the today that sharing is that firstly, the most important thing from the digital tool when we have the training and supporting executive and member in the university is that the digital tool is just what supports the people in their working, in their learning and the teaching activity. The most focusing is on the mindset of the people who use the tool, AI tool, the digital tool in the university for their own activity. And the second one, our university tries to encourage the lecturer, student, and staff to use the social resource like TikTok, like Canvas, and other tools that's available to support their teaching activity, their learning, so that we don't have to we need to be more innovative, more creative in using the social resources instead of just based on one tool or one communication way in the university. So our university will focusing more and more for the roadmap of developing the infrastructure to ensure the stability and security when applying AI and the digital tool in our university in general. And so that is what I have mentioned. We will try to update and develop alongside new technology, and we hope that project as well as the sharing community that GUIDE provides for us can have a more practical implementation in the future for our university development. And thank you so much for your listening, and we hope to have your question. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. A lot of interesting data, and I think this part of data analysis is quite important. Not all of the universities that I worked with that do have those numbers, and I think this is also something we shouldn't forget about. And also, as you mentioned, we need to choose the tools that really match our needs. That was also very, very important to underline. Thank you very much for your ideas and your contribution. Now we can move to the next presentation. So now it is the time for HCMCOU, if I'm correct.
All right, hello everyone. My name is Hồ Đặng Tường Nguyên from Ho Chi Minh City Open University, HCMCOU. From Ho Chi Minh City Open University, I have different angles from other university. My presentation is more on my reflection on the resources and materials that I've learned so far from the Google Classroom by the DIVE project. So let's start my presentation now. So in this project, we're given several important topics to explore. And after careful consideration, I chose to focus on generative AI and self-regulated learning strategies, two areas that I believe can truly transform our teaching practices. So I'm honored to represent Ho Chi Minh City Open University in this presentation. And I'd like to share how these two elements can work together to empower students and prepare them for the future. So before moving into the main content, I'd like to briefly introduce the three study modes at Ho Chi Minh City Open University. Firstly, the full-time program offers structured on-campus learning with fixed schedules. We also have the distant learning programs, which provides flexible online learning opportunities that the learners can access anytime, anywhere. And lastly, the work study program is designed for working professionals, enabling them to balance their career and studies effectively. However, with the rapid rise of artificial intelligence, this presents new challenges to all these three modes of education. So I think it requires to continuously innovate our teaching methods, learning structures, and student support system. So understanding why we need to adopt innovative approaches in teaching and learning is, I think, now more critical than ever with the rise of AI. So this will further explore in my next part. Why do I choose this topic? So we are living in an era where AI is rapidly transforming education, you know. At the same time, fostering student ability to self-regulate their learning is essential for lifelong success. And integrating AI and self-regulated learning, I think, is now more important than ever. So for the teaching practice, for teachers, generally AI tools such as ChatGPT, I think they're very popular now, can assist teachers by creating customized learning materials, providing instant personalized feedback, and supporting differentiated instruction tailored to each student needs. So that's for the teacher's part. How about for the learners? So for the learners, self-regulated learning can empower students to actively manage their own learning. So you can see in the flow chart, they can start by planning. I mean, setting clear goals and choosing suitable strategies. Then they monitor their progress and performance. Based on what they observe, they control their learning by adjusting strategies and managing efforts. Then finally, they evaluate the outcome through self-reflection. So this continuous cycle turns passive learners into engaged, independent thinkers who take responsibility for their growth. This is very different and very important compared to traditional mode of teaching and learning. So for the implementation plan, I have a suggestion like this. So what I'm sharing here is just my suggestion. This is my idea, still in the exploratory stage. Although it has been implemented yet, I think it still reflects how I envision integrating generative AI and self-regulated learning in my teaching practice. So in the picture, you can see first, I would use AI tools to suggest personalized study plans for my students based on their learning needs and goals. And then second, I would explicitly teach my students the self-regulated learning techniques, such as planning, monitoring, and self-reflection during my lessons. And finally, I would combine AI-generated feedback with students with their own style monitoring to support ongoing improvement. And I think this approach is still evolving, and I will feedback for suggestion how to divide further from you. It's just my thought. So what we do so far, we have some suggestions to do. I think there are potential challenges to this mode of teaching and learning. So what is promising? There are potential challenges we must be aware of, I think. For example, students might over-rely on AI tools, like other universities have just mentioned, and developing strong self-regulation habits could take time and a lot of support. So it's important to anticipate these challenges and plan strategies to help students address them very carefully. And my suggestions for our support from teachers, I would like to say that we have training both students and teachers in AI literacy and ethics. Then we can provide coaching on self-regulated learning skills, like I heard some other universities just sharing. And we can establish clear practical guidelines for AI use in the classroom that I think currently we don't have, although we have the guidance from UNESCO, but not many of them you can find to help teachers and students. So in short, I think if we leverage generative AI thoughtfully and foster self-regulated learning skills, we will nurture resilient, empowered learners who are truly ready for the future. I think so. And I read this quote from George Couros that technology will not replace great teachers, but technology in the hands of great teachers can be transformational. And we can empower students to thrive and succeed in an ever-changing world and very unpredictably today. So thank you very much for your attention. I hope these ideas will inspire all of us to rethink how we teach and how we support our student growth. And I look forward to hearing your thoughts and learning from your experience as well. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. We've got one short question, if you could relate briefly. Have you implemented these ideas? What were the results of feedback from the students?
Yeah, thank you for your questions. Actually, at present, we do have the LMS system, and we do have the policy for the generative AI use at our university, but this at very initial stage, and the things are sparking around in different areas at my university. So actually, if you're interested, I can share you more information on this. But for my presentation, at this one, I just focus on my reflection on the materials from a DIVE project. For the results and feedback, is very complicated to tell because, as I mentioned before, and other universities have mentioned, we don't have a clear guidance now. We are like going in and the channels without seeing the end of channels, and it's very difficult to tell. But we do have some activities, but they're not clear for you to show.
Yeah, I think you've described it really well. We are in this dark place that we don't really see the light yet. So this is really the unknown. But what I also find interesting is this contrast between over-reliance on AI and self-reliance, that we need to also build these analog skills, let's say, that are also very important. Thank you for stressing on that and this very nice summary of ideas. This is very interesting to also have the feedback and further development of the ideas presented. I'm taking a lot of notes of your presentations, so I'm also very curious for the next one. And this is the University HUAF.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the University of Agriculture and Forestry team, I would like to present the assignment on how our university is adapting to the future of education. So, in the context of rapid technology advancement, the technology applications plays an important role in teaching and learning at higher education institutions. In general and at our university in particular. And the education innovation at higher education institution is a key strategy to attract more student enrollments. Additionally, Vietnam government's policies had promoted university autonomy. Therefore, our university is also changing to adapt to the future of education. We have identified several emerging trends shaping the future of education at our university. First, we focus on practical skill by emphasizing hands-on experience through research, fieldwork, and case study. We also build partnership with industry and the private sector to enhance soft skills for students and create their job opportunities. We encourage students to participate in scientific research, innovation contests, and startup projects. Secondly, we have constantly updated and modernized our curriculum. This includes incorporating the curriculum toward the application of digital transformation and AI from year 2025, aligning with labor market demands, social needs, evolving student needs, and the technology era. Promoting startup and innovation, and we doing benchmark our academic program with international standards. Thirdly, we are promoting our international collaboration through staff and student exchange programs. Finally, we are emphasizing on quality assurance as both national and international standards. About the emerging trends in education have influences on many aspects as follows. In terms of teaching methods, we are integrating digital technologies and combining traditional face-to-face interaction with online resources and platforms. The active learning is enhanced through digital tools and platforms, which allows students to engage more deeply with the material. The practical application is reinforced through digital platforms that simulate real-world scenarios like virtual reality. In terms of the student engagement, we have seen remarkable improvement, such as increasing interaction via discussion forums, group projects, and instant messaging from online platforms. Our students have actively participated in national competition, such as startup and digital skill. They participate in AI training programs, fostering innovation and teamwork. We also exploring the potential of gamification and interactive content to make learning more engaging and enjoyable. In terms of institution level, we are developing robust digital infrastructure, enhancing faculty capacity in digital education, and reviewing our curriculum to integrate digital literacies. We also focusing on technical specialized for students and establishing ethical guidelines for data management and security. The University of Agriculture and Forestry has implemented specific policies focusing on international collaboration and quality assurance in education. Our program includes international projects, research initiatives, startup and innovation projects, as well as collaboration with the private sector. We also making significant technology advancement through training programs related to AI and digital skill, and fundraising for digital infrastructure development. We have highlight 3 brief case studies as follows. First, we have updated the curriculum of on academic programs starting 2025, ensuring that they reflect current needs and technological advancement. The second, we are searching for potential startup projects through competition, and we are fostering student entrepreneurial spirit. And the third, we constantly raise funds to develop our digital infrastructure that makes the education innovation in the future. Looking forward, we are focusing on on 4 key areas. We are integrating AI by piloting AI-powered learning tools, investing in AI literacy for faculty, exploring administrative efficiencies, and developing ethical guidelines. We are implementing hybrid and flexible learning models through robust online infrastructure, developing faculty expertise in blended pedagogy, offering micro-credentials, and creating flexible learning pathway. In terms of immersive technology, we exploring immersive technology by piloting virtual reality or augmented reality application, investing in equipment and incorporating gamification strategy. Finally, we are promoting global citizenship and sustainability by integrating global perspective. Promoting intercultural exchange, incorporating sustainability education, and facilitating collaborative projects with global partners. To conclusion, University of Agriculture and Forestry is adapting to the future of education through 3 key points. That's international collaboration, curriculum updating and modernized, and technological integration. That's all about our presentation, and thank you for listening.
Thanks a lot for wonderful ideas. And this is also good point to underline that innovation, it's not only digitalization, it's also partnerships, it's staff and student exchange, active teaching methods. And thank you very much for mentioning all of the spectrum of innovation. We can go now to NTU University.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Do you see me on screen?
Yes, everything is perfect.
Thank you. Let's my presentation start. Hello, everyone. I'm Duy from Nha Trang University. Today, I, on behalf of my team, to present about some information about the applications in Nha Trang University. We use AI and some digital tools And let I show you. This is the picture of about my university. You can see from the pictures, replace for saying. So my university located at a very beautiful location. You can see it's very, very beautiful. So I hope someday I invite all of you to visit my university. That's very happy to visit all of you. And let us talk about the NTU digital ecosystem. And you can see from the my screen share. You can see this is the overview of the digital ecosystem as NTU. Actually, we can see so many items. I would like to talk all of you. First, it's challenging to me deliver on information to all of you. So for my presentation, I just focus on some key digital tools and AI we already apply in practice, and we would like to share some experience and result we got. So sometimes I quick slide so fast, so pay attention for that. And about NTU digital ecosystem, you can see this is from the screens, the digital ecosystem. We can administration and management system, and we manage all activities operating in my university. From the human resources, you can see I free a little bit. You can see we can manage a lot of things related to human resources, asset management, finance management, and we have some digital platform. We can manage some activity related to the education and training. You can see we can use e-learnings and e-libraries, and we have an learning management system to manage the programs in training and quality assurance system, and also for methodology and evaluation. So, and here in details how we can opening the system to manage everything related to the human resources and facility management and something like that. And here some item here when you want to assess, for example, in this area, manage the humans. So you can click here and open some task list, and you can more detail about how you can manage some information related to humans. And here I would like to talk about the ecosystem digital. We can from this area we can link to other digital system such as e-learnings, e-office, and we can use for do everything in my university. And here, in order to use this system, you have to accounts and passwords. For example, for lecturer, every lecturer have a user and account, and when you access with their account, the CEO he can look so many information about the administration and management system. For example, when you access already in the system, we can looking for the information related to the training and education, and you can look for information related to the resources, and then you can look for information from the academics publication easily, right? And here information relates to the trainings, and for example, some lecturer can access this area to manage about the schedule, timeline, class, and score, and anything related to the teacher activity during the teaching and learnings. Yeah. So that here is some information about the inside the manager system related to the subjects. And each subject we can look so many information in specific information relates to subject from the program, document, and homework, and the methods for evaluating final exam and everything. So if you accept in each system, you have so many information. And here's so information related to the training programs managed by the lecturers and managers from my university. And here we have one Turnitin in popular software to check the ray journalism. In my university, on academic products, for example, graduation documents, master degrees, or doctor degrees, every document should be just plagiarism by using Turnitin. So we have applied for a long time as well, and we think it's a very effective tool for checking plagiarism. And some here I would like to talk about the very specific information in the learning and teaching system, but very specific. So I would like to focus more on what we did and some result we had, and we would like to sharing. And so I focus my talks on very specific what we did already. So in this one we have one in here. We have one application which name my NTU. It is a very smart application we can download and install in the mobile phones, and you can use the light administration system. And for learner or for teacher, if you have my NTU, you can access a lot of information from your mobile phone. So it's very convenient to access the system and get information you want. And about the libraries, we very proud to express that last year we got the outstanding award for digital libraries. You can see the picture here. In our library, we can access lots of information document, and especially you can borrow document and return document automatically. That is a good thing for learner and for researchers when they visit digital libraries in my university. And here we can access your account if you have, and you download so many documents you want. And now I talk about how we apply AI and digital tools in my university. As you know, you can see from the screen, and have so many digital tools and AI. So very difficult to find the best one to choose. So in my university, and we use some AI and digital tool. You can see some item with the circle. That's we are using in my university. Some popular question well, Mentimeter, Canva, Google Form, Polls, ChatGPT, and Teaching and School AI. This is some popular AI and digital tool we are using in my university. And it's now I to focus on how we got result, and I would like to share some experience we have when we apply these digital tools. And in order to learn about the digital tool or AI application in learning and teaching, Sometimes we attend some training course. We invite some popular and famous experts about the AI to trainings. And sometimes we learn from the lecturer who learn from the AI somewhere. And in here we have some training course, internal course. And I would like to introduce the one AI is applied in my university. It's named Mentimeter. Mentimeter is very useful tools we can apply for learning activity. Very useful for me, for my experience when I use Mentimeter for the class. You know, usually every starting the class, most of students usually they feel sleepy and they don't focus on the lesson. So if you want to wake up them and warm up them, you can apply the Mentimeter, because the Mentimeter is look like a play game, and you can apply before, during, and after class, especially at the early class starts. Very useful. From my experience, I can say it's very very effective tool. You can set up for the play games at the early class starts and make the student very interested into the class before they start. And in this digital tool have so many functions. We can make a play game. You can make the feedback from the student. It's very useful. And here how I apply the Mentimeter during my class, and I asked my student question about how do you think the soft skill important to you? And this here the result we got, and the feedback from the student we can see from diagram and see this is the communicate, time management, and presentation, and that's the popular soft skill and important soft skill. The feedback from the learner when I use Mentimeter, so we can get information very quickly. And here another application, we use Gammas and produce presentations. The one problem when you have a lot of document and you would like to produce slide to transfer to student, if you do yourself, you take a long time, but you use a Gamma, it's very short time and easy to produce the slide to present to your student. And this is the result. And here,
so just I'm sorry to interrupt you. The time is running fast. If you could quickly wrap up, because there are still 2 universities waiting. Thank you.
Yeah, I need 2 minutes more. Thank you. And so this is the questionnaire. We can use questionnaire and to set up the question to test student. And here the good student we get better because it's the statistical summary, so you can see the score of the student and you can modify the method you apply to the class more better. And here we use School AI. This is a good tool we apply in my university to make a system when you are teaching the class. And Canva is the popular, and we encourage our students use Canva. When we teach a startup and innovation, we encourage students apply Canva to make a new idea and make a label of product and make the model business Canva. Yeah. And here, that's either some projects, real projects. My student applies using AI to produce costs, and this is a real project. And here you can see the the project we upload in YouTube, and you can use in real project. We apply to AI assistant to producing cost, and we made a comparison between the non AI support with the AI support. When students do a project with the AI assistant, we can see if AI support to make cost and can reduce the time for the project finish 3.5 times. And this is result we got from how we can apply AI to helping the student making the cost programs. And here we apply to some digital to get feedback automatically from the learner, and how we apply to improve the quality of education and learning at my university. Yeah. And the last thing I would like to talk about the positive effect and challenges of application digital transformation at my university. And for positive, we have some positive effects we can list here: enhancing the quality of teaching and learning, improves university governance, boosting research capacity and international collaboration, and enhancing student engagement and experience, and developing the new models of education and training. And we have faced challenges, for example, resisting to change, efficient and inconsistent IT infrastructure, and we need to high interior investment costs, and we need to make sure ensuring quality and equity in digital education. And even though we get a good result from the application digital transformation in my university, but we have still faced with challenges. So that's my presentation. Because of so much information, I would like to deliver all of you, but limited time. So I thank you for your patience and attention. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and indeed, thank you for a lot of inspiration and great example also of data analysis, very solid one, and showing us the complex map of digital world in your university. Would love to hear more, but we've got already the time deadline. If you agree with me, we can still have time for 2 presentations, because I'm sure that you've spent a lot of time to prepare it. If you can stay with us, that will be great. We will try to limit maybe the last part that was foreseen. Do we have anyone from TNUE with us?
Yes, we do have. We are here. Hello everyone. We are from Taiwan University of Education, and we have listened carefully from the previous presentation, and we can see a lot of good practices from the other institution, and we have learned a lot, and it is our experience from Taiwan University of Education in the practical use of digital tools in my university. Can you move to the next slide? Actually, in our presentation, we would like to share some practices implemented in terms of digital transformation and the tools, the digital tools used in our university, and some lessons learned for the practices. Actually, we have prepared some introduction about the university, but I guess that because we are quite familiar with each other from previous presentation and workshop, so may I skip it? But before we skip this, let me remind that Taiwan University of Education is a university in teachers education, which has been recognized and approved by the Ministry of Education and Training as one of the core teachers education university in Vietnam. And this means we need to prepare a lot to ensure that such a great growth in teachers education. So Magda, can you move to, I think, slide kind of 8 or something? because I skipped this. Yeah, so now thank you. Now I would like to share with you about some digital tools that we are using at Thai Nguyen University of Education. Actually, we use digital tools, I think about 10 or more than 10 years ago in terms of management, teaching and learning, and other aspects of the university administration and management. At the moment, we have a portal system, as you can see in the on the screen with the address, and we also have the sub portals for the faculty and department, which are connected on a shared database, which help us to access the information and database easily. And we also have a logical database for use within the university. And then we also have a system of managing legal documents. Previously, all the documents that are received and sent by the university are done on paper basis. So it takes a lot of time, and it costs a lot of money for doing this. But at the moment, we are having a system of managing legal documents, and we can receive and we also send our documents within and from the university to the outsider easily and quickly with a very minimal cost. And it is also a good way to transform the way we work at the university, and everyone find that it is a very convenient way to upgrade our management and administration level. In terms of management, we focus a lot on the intelligent university software, IU, as we call, and it has managed many aspects of the teaching and learning in the university. So we also can manage student management. Look in the system or in the software, we can check the student status, whether they are doing on track or whether they are in progress, or whether they are alerted because they skip the courses or something. We also manage the curriculum in the software or the system, so that the university leaders or the administrators can come and see the curriculum and the syllabus of each faculties, so that they can have supervision, or they can have a look on and to see whether the faculties are going on track with the university vision and mission. The IU is also beneficial for the students' grade management. Not only the students can go to the system to see their own grade, but the supervisors, the dean, also can go there and see the score, the grade of a particular students. And if they find that someone is on the edge of being left behind, they can come and give extra support to such students. The system is also good for timetable management, and it is very convenient. Instead of doing a metric manually, now we have things to do automatically, and it's save a lot of time and human force of such a kind of thing. Dormitory management and financial management also can work very well on the system, and based on that, we can have a check on everything of the finance issue in the university, and also the students and the teachers can check their financial I mean, status of everything, so that they can check whether they need to pay the university for the fees or or something that is going to be paid for them. Then we have the online learning management system, which have been newly developed, but actually it is I must say that it is innovation, an initiative of the university. At the moment, we think we have nearly 200 courses, e-learning courses, and other professional development programs. So we can upload the courses online, and the students can can do the course online, and they also can test their knowledge, and they also can have some self-check function. And this is a way that helps the student to have a flexible mode of learning, and it suits for credit based learning training. Yeah, this is also another application of administration tools in the university. So for the staff, we have the human resources management, scientific management, financial management, and everything in this system are connected and interlinked. Therefore, we just put the database in one place, and then it can be shared in other I mean other fields, so we don't need to do it again. And it is very helpful, because previously for every field of management we have to do things differently, so we can save a lot of time and money for the staff. You can see that is also pictures from the interface of the teaching and learning system, so that we can manage the learning of the students. Based on, thanks to the system, we know the student status, and we also can easily extract their grades and their the courses that they have finished, and we can have better advice to the students based on their their learning status. Yeah, can you skip this, because I have talked about this before. We also have the e-library. The e-library for in the University of Education is I don't know at the moment, but I think 4 or 5 years ago, it is one of the most modern university in the e-library in the north of Vietnam. The students and the teachers can just use their student ID or the staff ID and go there, and they can search a wide range of database books, including books, journals, curriculum, syllabus, and articles, as well as a lot of references online. And also the library is linked with the external library, and therefore the resources can widen to a lot of database in other higher edu institution. Let me tell you about this is a kind of, I think, automatic return points, book points, when the student come, and you can see now when you come to the library, we have very few librarian or the library staff, because everything is done automatically, and in such a way we also can save a lot of money in human resources. Let me take you an example of English language education in our curriculum and training program. This is an example of how we integrate digital tools and digital transformation into a particular training course. Can you move to the next slide? We do have a Spark platform, as you can see, that we buy from Cengage and National Geographic, because we use their book, and they provide us a wide range of human resource from the publishers. So the lesson, the book, and a lot of practice exercises are posted on the platform. And then we also have the e-learning courses for the English. I think there's a mistake here. This must be English. And when we upload the courses on the e-learning system, then the students can get access easily to the material, and then they can learn everywhere and every time that they find flexible and easily and convenient for them. And the last thing we have for English education in my university is we have a virtual class. It is an extended platform and system for the teachers and the students. We also can post the assignments, and we can create a forum from the teachers to the students so that they can have extra practice that can help them to have better practice of what they have learned in class and in the e-learning system as well.
Sorry, just before moving, we've got only about 10 minutes left. Can you just focus on a few last ideas so we can finish before midday?
And I think my college, Professor Ha will tell you something about how we use digital tools in physics education. Ha, can you step in?
Good afternoon. Are you hear me? Hello, Magda. So
hello.
I just very quickly to talk about how digital transformation improve physics education. I'm from Faculty of Physics. We know that the digital transformation can enhance understanding, facilitate exploration, personalized learning, promote collaboration, expand access, and in physics, we use many software programs for teaching, such as MATLAB, Mathematica, and Fiat. As you can see in the slide, software like a Fiat interaction simulation allows students to explore physics concepts through interaction simulation. This tool is useful for teaching physics in high school, and we guide students how to use the tool and other platforms to serve the teaching of physics. Also, we can use a virtual lab. So let's talk about the topic. For example, the refraction of light in physics. We can use the Fiat interaction simulation for the learning goal, as you can see, to explain the phenomena of refraction of light and how to determine the angle of refraction. So the tool, you can see, we can set the wavelength of the light, the incident light, and also determine the angle by measurement through the circle ruler, you can see, and also we can change a lot of the information of the phenomena, and for this tool, we can describe very detailed and can determine the speed and also the wavelength of light in different media. Because we normally we don't have the condition to take the experiment in fact. So this tool also like other simulation, we can use this for teaching physics. And here this is the example we normally teach a student how can use and other experiment in physics. And you can see, as you know, the FIAT interaction simulation is non-profit open educational resource project, so everybody can use this. In the past, the project acronym FIAT originally stood for physics, education technology, but now it can stand for physics also in chemistry, biology, earth science, and mathematics. So the simulation have been now are used in widely ranked, and it has been translated into over I remember just for many languages, and received over 25 million visitors. So in general, digital transformation offers significant potential to enhance physics education by making it more engaging, accessible, and effective. However, addressing the challenge of training, asset, and cost is crucial to fully realizing this potential, like MATLAB or some other software. So just my share.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for this concrete example of digital element in the concrete course. Very inspiring. Thank you very much. And we still have 10 minutes for IUV. Do we have anyone from the last university?
Okay, hello everyone.
Hello.
First, today I will present about our plan to for a survey on pedagogical practice and AIU in Natural University of Wien. This survey aims to understand current teaching practice and explore faculty needs for training and support. The main objective of our survey are to understand how faculty are currently teaching, to identify areas where faculty needs additional support or training, especially regarding the integration of AI tools, and to use the insight gained to design practical faculty development program at Natural University of Wien. And the survey will be conducted online using Google Form. We plan to distribute it through email invitation announcement on the IUV LMS and by mentioning it in faculty meeting. The response will be managed and analyzed using Google Form and Google Sheet. And about our survey topic and sample question, the survey we intended to design 6 sessions. The session 1 is general information, and that include academic department and year of teaching experience. And the second one is awareness and use of AI, asking if faculty have used tools like ChatGPT or AI-based grading tool. And the third one, pedagogical practice, with question like in which following teaching tasks have you AI. For example, preparing lecture content, generating question, providing feedback to students, and supporting student writing or curriculum design. And the next one, perspective on student use of AI, asking how comfortable are you with student use AI tool, for example, ChatGPT for learning. And about the session 5, we will survey about training and support need, asking what kind of support would be most helpful. And finally, an open feedback section allow faculty to share additional thought or suggestion. We have customized the survey to fit the specific needs of IUV. This includes adding discipline specific question for different faculty, ensure language accessibility with a bilingual option if necessary, and keep the survey short and easy to complete. To maximize participants, we will take several steps. We will send a personalized invitation from department heads and mention the survey in staff meeting and newsletter. And the next, how about the analyzing result? Firstly, we will export. We will export data, downloads on response from Google Form directly into Google Sheets, and keep a clean backup copy before starting any analysis. And second one, we will organize the data in group response, label, and course. And we also plan to use quantitative analysis for closed-ended question and qualitative analysis for open-ended question. We identify key insight for each survey session. We plan to summarize the 3 main findings. Firstly, what pattern or common answer emerged. And the next one is what surprise or contradiction appear. And the last one is what major needs or gap were revealed. And the last one is how to sharing the result. After collecting the response, we will summarize the finding in clear report and infographic. The result will be shared with faculty and leadership and used to design new training program, guidelines, and resources that directly address the needs highlighted in the survey. In conclusion, this survey is a strategic tool to improve teaching practice and support professional growth at IUV. And the next step are launch the survey, analyze results, and implement action based on insight gain. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you for the listening, and welcome to any question for me.
Thank you so much. So we've got a wide variety of presentations and also about the survey. I'm glad that also inspired you. And that confirms the fact that giving the choice of assignment is always a very good decision as it applies better to your own reality. Thank you for all your presentations that were really rich in content. And I agree that 10 minutes, it's far not enough to explain and share all of your ideas. I would shorten the last part to really few minutes, and I would like to invite you to vote in the WOOC Lab. So I will share quickly my last screen where you will be able to see the QR code, or you go directly to wooklab.com and write the code that I will copy in the chat, just in case you are doing it on your browser. And this is the question about your take-home message that I was mentioning at the beginning of our webinar. So please write in a short way what idea, what elements are you taking with you to explore further. That could be from the module itself, that could be from our webinars, the opening or the closing one. What kind of inspiration do you take with yourself concerning the innovation, digital element? What exactly, maybe some elements to explore further, to apply in your own institution, or elements that are needed still to be developed in not only your institution, but in like higher education more broadly. So I will show you, right? So you can directly write down your answers. You can write different answers. You can share different ideas. So if you see the element to write the answer, that's already something that you don't have to write your name. You can already write the your take-home message. I don't want to impose that for you. I think there were many different opinions and ideas that were presented. Right, the world is changing so fast. We should be well prepared for such changes so that they can lead the change. Absolutely. We need to remember about this human aspect that, as we mentioned before, we need to trust these new devices, these new systems. So the human impact in that should be very much present. Integrate AI sensibly into the current LMS. So of course, the AI was very present in our presentations and also in the module itself. And this is very complex idea that reveals many questions and many concerns as well as a lot of new opportunities. Right, what else? Just take-home message, learning from others. Yes, so collaboration, right. Be careful in applying AI in teaching and studying. Consider the guidelines, right. So this is something that were mentioned in the presentations a couple of times. Both instructors and learners need assistance in using AI properly. So again, here we have this element of training that is very important, not only to the teachers, to also the students and the staff. And how we are going to do that, we have different options, different answers to this question. But again, we've got teachers that are very enthusiastic about this change, but also a lot of those that are a bit more concerned about potential risks, and we have to accompany this change for sure. So AI can make giant things, but human make them last, meaningful for life. Absolutely. Let's do not forget about the human element and human rights as well, and fundamental rights that could be also put in risk with these new changes. Integrate AI into the current LMS. I remember someone mentioned that in the presentation. This is also the conversation right now at ULB, how to integrate AI into the learning management system and actually combine these two instead of using them separately, and how AI can improve the working learning management system. Very good point. AI in teaching and learning, changing learning space. Yeah, we need a fresh perspective also on physical spaces and how to improve the chance when we meet actually in class, so that the physical world also encourages the change. Recognizing the level of digital transformation and applying AI in teaching at universities. Exactly, recognizing the level. Yeah, so it's also about data analysis again, and also share some concrete insights, how it is step-by-step guidelines on how to do it well, and not to reinvent the wheel. we should prepare well for digital transformation. Yes, absolutely. A lot of things going on. The world is changing fast, as we've mentioned a couple of times during this module, and we need to be ready. A lot of challenges before. Digital tools have completely transformed teaching at all levels of education, with higher education needing the most change. I have learned a great deal from the experiences of other institutions and have completely changed my perspective of how technology can transform teaching. A lot of inspiration. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, I know that you will part on holidays right now, so I don't want to keep you too long. I will leave my email address if you would like to keep in touch. And if you happen to be in Brussels, please let me know. It was a great pleasure to have you during the webinars, but also to have your insight, very inspiring, interesting insights that I've noted in my notes and hope to explore myself. Thank you for this exchange, and that would be lovely to meet in person. And of course, thank you very much for your fluent presentation flow. That was also very surprising of this discipline, and very nice flow of your insights. Thanks a lot. If you have any questions, please write me in. Thank you very much for the comment. And Catherine, if you want to add anything from your part.
Just thank you very much for everyone's presentations, and Magda for your facilitation. It was great. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, and I wish you great holidays, great break, because all of these changes, all of these ideas also need some time to reflect and relax. Thanks a lot, and see you soon, I hope.
Thank you. See you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hope to see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Holiday.